It is day 5 of the contest software Shootout. It's me, the viral traffic guy. I'm Mitch. I've been working on this project for the last week or so and learning so much. For those of you who tuned in last week, my goal was to go live this morning and launch these campaigns. But as life happens, they're not quite ready. And so I did promise that I would go live today at this time and that I would jump on and tell y'all what the status is. So here's the status. I hope to be ready later today, but not quite there, and I've run into a whole bunch of learnings over the weekend in terms of getting things set up in order to run these campaigns. There are nuances to each of the different tools. So for those of you who may not remember, my goal is to run the same contest on 5 different platforms simultaneously. And I'm going to do that. Let me just jump in and go over to my friend Funalytics. And it will probably help you if I can show you this. Move that out of the way and swap things out. Let's see. There you go. So this is a tool called Funalytics. And my goal is, what I'm doing is I'm bringing some traffic in on the front end. Let me turn the numbers off for right now. I'm bringing traffic in on the front end to a splitter, to a link splitter. Hadn't thought about that. Let's see. I moved things around. I was working on my eCam setup over the weekend as well. And I forgot that my face... Oops, not that. Let's see, how do I get my face? That's... So, right. Let me just turn off the scrolling ticker for a minute. And take my face and move it over here. Alright. And now I can turn the scrolling ticker back on. Why is that not all the way across? Did I mess that up? I did, didn't I? Alright. So I made this scrolling ticker yesterday. And I've changed the way things work. Anyway, I know. So what I'm doing is I am running 5 pages. So I've got Gleam and Viper, Perkzilla, Viral Loops, and UpViral. Now I have the UpViral campaign kind of sort of set up. I'm used to doing UpViral campaigns. I know how to set those up. By the way, if you wouldn't mind, say hi in the comments. Let me know who's watching and where you're watching from. I am broadcasting on YouTube Live, Facebook in multiple pages and groups, Twitch, and I was doing Periscope, but apparently Periscope doesn't survive. They shut it down. So I don't know what's going on there. But the UpViral campaign is sort of the most complete. I laugh because, like I said, it has been a challenge getting them all set up. And I'm using I'm using Funalytics, which is this tool you're looking at, trying to be able to track each one so that I can see statistics. Excuse me. So, Facebook user says, and I knew that would be too low because I didn't do that. The joy of messing with things in... The problem is the dang scrolling ticker is not on top of everything. See, and I can't do that. So there it is. All right. Facebook user. I don't know who that is. Unfortunately, Facebook's not showing me anything. It's distracting. Well, it's intended to be distracting. It's intended to show you some other stuff and some marketing stuff. But I can turn it off. It's fun, though. I don't know who you are, Facebook user. I'm sorry. That's not quite showing up for for whatever reason, depending upon what page you are in. But thank you for being here, and thank you for telling me that, yes, it's distracting. Wait until you see this logo over in the right-hand corner disappear and puff up, and it's fun. So, I am trying to do, you'll see that if I turn the numbers on, I did some testing. Let me refresh this and see if we can get some testing data to show up. You'll see that Gleam is counting as 2, and I know those numbers are really hard to see. There are 6 coming into Viper. I'm not getting the thank you page updates. Perkzilla is being a real horse's patootie, and I don't know why that's not working. And I'll show you that in just a second. The viral loops seems to be working. I've learned... Hi, Steve. Steve from San Francisco. Good to see you here. Thank you for popping in. And the up viral. So what's fascinating is, all right, I've got this link splitter. And the goal is to have that link splitter split everything. So if I go over to my WordPress, you'll see that I have this master link. And I'm using Pretty Link Pro, and you see that I have these split 20%. So I've got 5 tools, each one's supposed to get 20% of the traffic. Now, I'm going over to this incognito window, and you see this is the Perkzilla campaign. I don't know why, but the widget is not showing up on the Perkzilla campaign. It's just looking like this. And so there's a problem for me to try to resolve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just refresh this and see what other tool pops in. It does Perkzilla again. So I'm going to do refresh, and it may have something to do with the fact that I'm not creating a new window. But here comes Gleam. And I do notice that when I do the Gleam inside of a WordPress page, which is what this is, the WordPress page often is showing cookies disabled, so they have to click, which takes them over to the Gleam campaign where they can do the login. And I'm not sure I like that, but the reason I'm doing it that way, or I may continue to try to do it that way, I might switch it all out and just go here, is that Gleam has confirmed to me that unless you're on the business plan, you can't do some things about tracking. I am currently on the Pro plan, but they also confirmed that you cannot insert your own Funnelytics script. So in order for me to use Funnelytics, I have to insert a script. And if I go over here, you'll see what I'm talking about with the tracking script. I have to be able to insert this script into every page where it's being used. Now, tools like UpViral, Viral Loops, and Viper will let you shove just about any script in there you want. So you can put whatever tracking tools you are using. So for another example, I'm also intending to use this tool called Go Squared to track who's coming into the pages. Now, right now, you see me there. I'm the only one there because I'm the only one that has the link. But hopefully I'll be able to see people pop in. But in order to use that script on each of these pages, the tool has to be able to allow me to do that. So Martin says, and hi Martin, thanks for popping in, and thank you so much for commenting. Hope you are well. I'm a little depressed and tired today. It was a long weekend with a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just tired. Hard to get moving today, even though I woke up at 4 o'clock. I've got to catch up on Shootouts 2 through 4, but I will watch this one live. Thank you, Martin. And I will be giving you a link. I don't have it ready today because that was one of the things that I wanted to have done for today. But I am putting all of these in a Searchy Hub, which I will give you the link to if you watch and sign up. The key probably is if you go to newsletter.viraltrafficguy.com and sign up, although this morning I did not remember to send out an email to notify the list that I was going live this morning. But if you sign up to that newsletter, you will get the updates about when the replays are all available in a day or two. Probably Wednesday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Again, I hope to have all of these finicky things worked out. Lots of things to figure out the first time running through this, which is why I appreciate everybody's patience. I keep forgetting I can Zoom. Martin says, I know what you mean by depressed. Hopefully, I'm sure it's transitory. It's probably just mainly being really, really tired and not getting the right amount of sleep and not getting enough exercise. All those things that we entrepreneurs have trouble with. So anyway, the tracking script is what's kind of sort of messing me up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit the incognito window and I'm going to open it again. I have an application that is just an incognito window. And so what I use this for is it has nothing. It doesn't save cookies. It doesn't remember stuff. And so I can quickly pop in here and test with no cookies set. And theoretically, it should split things like I was talking about before. So here's the Viper page. Win an Amazon $50 gift card. Enter your details below. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And obviously this says hype your contest up here. So I have not done all the setting up of this campaign on Viper as well. So I have to finish the setup. And I have to test everything to make sure everything's working before I publish the link. So here's the UpViral campaign popped in. Now, I did set up, by the way, and I don't have my UpViral open right now, so let me launch my UpViral. I did decide that I was going to do something a little bit fun with the UpViral campaign over the weekend because it's really easy to set up in UpViral to do a split test. So if I go to Edit Campaign and I zip over here to the design template, I'll show you that I have 3 different landing pages set up. And the only difference is the login option. So in this particular version, if I do preview, you'll see that this one says enter your details for a chance to win and it's name and email. All right. And then the one that you just saw is the Facebook opt-in. So if I pop this up, then it walks me through the Facebook opt-in. And then the last one that I have set up is that's the Facebook. These both say, all right, so this is the only difference with this one. If I do preview, the first one I just showed you has the form here, and this one has enter to win, which pops up the form. And we've had some conversation over in my Movers Mastermind about which is more effective, whether it is the micro commitment kind of thing where you click a button to get something to pop up, or whether you could just put your name and email in on the form. Which one gives more opt-ins? I have been told by people who test these things that the micro commitment should get a higher conversion rate. So anyway, I had the option to be able to split test this when people hit the UpViral campaign. So that's what I decided to do. It doesn't change the test in any way. The traffic is still going to be 20% coming to this UpViral campaign, but I would get the ability to also to further split test this, assuming we get enough traffic to come to the campaign and see how well that works. So there you go. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to hit refresh again and see whether we get the viral loops. So we got the Gleam one. See, and it still says this because I'm sending people to my WordPress page, and I think I'm just going to have to turn that off because I think this is a slight deterrent for people to go, oh, well, I can't use my cookies. I think it would, if I can, again, if I send people straight here to the Gleam page, then I can't get the tracking that I want over inside of Funnelytics. And I also won't even see those people inside of Go Squared. So this Go Squared, again, is live tracking. So I can see who is hitting the page, how many people are coming in, and what's going on. So I use this to keep an eye on campaigns so I can see if people are hitting it live or not. So let me know if you have any questions out there. This is kind of where I am right now. And let me tell you something else that I still have yet to figure out. Let me finish. Let's see if I can get the viral loops one to show up because I have not seen that recently. Oh, I'm on the Amazon gift card. So let me refresh this and see if I can get the viral loop one. There's Viper. Did I put in, maybe I didn't put in the link. There's the WordPress one. Funnelytics, no, I need to go here to this. Oh, so I don't even have the right viral loops one. It should take me, what did I close viral loops? Oh, I was in Chrome, that's where I was. So this is what the campaign looks like. I finally found out where to put the social sharing image inside of viral loops. And so I saved that. Let me go, if I do visit page, what is it? Does that give me a preview or does that give me the actual page? So let me make sure this is in my splitter. And let me update that. So if I come over here, theoretically, at some point, the viral loops campaign is going to come up. Isn't this fun? There's Gleam again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit, and I'm just not totally convinced that I'm getting a clean window every time, but I should. I went ahead and just put that link in. So let me go back to the test link. Ha! See? It worked. Good. So this is the viral loops one. So you guys can watch me do this. I'm going to click this. We're going to put in... Oh, I wanted to tell you the thing I learned. So let me put in... we're going to do test VL at test.com. And I'm going to do enter to win. Now, number one thing I have learned or seen is that a couple of things. I still haven't found the place to set the number of points. I still don't know how to set the number of referral points. And I still really don't know if you can create a custom action or a button here that would let you send people somewhere to be able to track them. Now, I can do that inside of UpViral. I can do that in Gleam. I can do that in so many places, but I haven't yet found the place to do it inside of Viral Loops. Now, I may just go ahead and launch anyway. But let me show you, now that I've tested it, let me go over to my active campaign. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go test, find my test VL contact. And there it is. One of the things that they do that is really fascinating, so it was created, isn't that interesting? Viper, viral loops. Huh. It didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? See all the things you have to learn? So over here in viral loops, if I get out of this and I go back to the campaign and I go to integrations, when I did active campaign and I do edit, notice it says use these custom fields to personalize your emails and newsletters. So what they did, at least what I thought they did, was created all of these custom fields. And if I go over to my active campaign, Steve is asking a question. I'll get that in just a second, Steve. If I go back, and let's see if I can get all the way back. So the test person that got created or updated was my, anyway, down here, these referral code, referral source, referral email, all of these fields were automatically added when I connected viral loops to active campaign. And so what I expected it to do when this new person was created was to have all of those fields in here, but I don't see those fields in here. So I'm going to have to go do some more research. I expected those fields to have some data in them. So, again, lots of learning that has to go on. Let me see if I do this. I'll get to your question in just a second, Mitch. Just a second, Mitch. I need my Facebook password. Come on, where's my password? One password. Find Facebook. Not Ella, but this one. Password. Because I wanted to make sure that this was using that social icon or social image. There it is, the one that I had before. All right, so that worked. Anyway, so let me go back to Steve's question. Steve's question is, what is the exact point of this exercise? To test the different templates? It's my understanding that best practice A/B testing is changing a single variable at a time. That is absolutely correct. That is exactly correct, which is what I'm doing inside the UpViral campaign. So let me go back, Steve. I hope that's still you, Steve. And tell you what the goal was. The idea that I'm doing here is that I wanted to be able to go in and look at each of the different, and again, it's Gleam, Viper, UpViral, Viral Loops, and Perkzillas, the 5 that I chose. Partly because 4 of those I have lifetime deals for and don't have to pay for, but Gleam I can count and start paying for. But my goal is threefold. It's not split testing. The goal is, me to learn more about Gleam, Perkzilla, Viral Loops, and Viper, because I've never really used any of them on a live campaign. I've been stuck in UpViral land. Still love UpViral, it's my still #1 tool, but part of what I need to do for my own professional growth and to be able to show people the different tools and tell them really why I'm sticking with UpViral and what my reasons are, was to go in and see what each of the different tools, and the best way for me to do that is to actually build a campaign. So I decided what I wanted to do was to build the best way to see the differences in the tools was to build the same campaign in each one of them. Now, with the side benefit, part 3, was that I also recognized that with Pretty Link Pro, which I have, I can do the split such that the traffic evenly goes to the 5 different tools when I start bringing in traffic. My goal isn't to get leads for my business specifically. It's to kind of test and see. I don't know whether I'm going to learn anything about whether Gleam does a better job of referring people, or whether UpViral is still the best, or what features there are in the different tools, and whether or not those things actually refer more people. It's all kind of an ongoing thing where I'm just learning along the way. And I decided to do it live in front of everybody so that you guys could learn along with me if you were interested. And eventually what I intend to do is, again, I wanted to launch the 5 campaigns today. So I'm going to send the traffic into one link. That link is going to split it evenly into the 5 different campaigns. And then over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to monitor the campaigns to see how the reporting works, to see all that other kind of stuff. And Steve says, and hopefully there is no confirmation bias here, right? Well, I mean, I am biased. Everybody knows that I'm an UpViral guy. I'm wearing an UpViral shirt, right? But that doesn't mean that there aren't things in the other tools that could work really well. For those of you who haven't seen me talk about Thank You Page Magic, the idea behind Thank You Page Magic is that I'll say any tool, the idea is to be able to take your existing processes and to enhance them. So let's suppose you got a lead magnet, Steve, and that lead magnet is an offer you got. It's been running for months and months and years, whatever. And my belief is that if you add on the thank you page, the page that comes after they opt in, if you start doing the referrals, the asking for the referral, and gamify it with some of these tools, then you'll be able to increase your list, you'll grow it faster, and therefore you will be growing your business at the same time. That's my understanding. That's what I've been doing with UpViral for the last 7 years and other tools. But what I want to be able to do is, let's say somebody comes along and they say, well, I don't want to spend the money on UpViral. What are my other options? Okay, I need to be able to recommend other tools, if there are tools out there, to help them do the processes that I'm teaching, because the processes still apply whether or not you have the tool, a different tool, the same tool. It should be tool independent, right? It's a process. That's what I'm trying to do. So it is a learning that I'm doing. I'm doing it live in front of you for the most part. I mean, there's been stuff that I've learned in the background, and I'm trying to share it here. For example, the surprised viral loops added like 7 different fields to my active campaign behind my back when I connected it. That didn't say, hey, by the way, we're going to add some fields. It's okay. It's a good thing, right? But I got a lot of different processes, a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different things I'm learning here. And I'm also going to be summarizing this to be able to have a lead magnet, for example, where or a paid product where you could actually see all the videos, everything I've tested, and find out more, right? So I'm jamming a lot of things into what this contest software Shootout is doing. And instead of just thinking about it, I've thought about this for over a year. I thought about doing this a year ago. I just decided to do it. A week and a half ago on Thursday, I said, all right, I'm tired of just talking about this stuff. I'm going to actually frickin' do it. And I said I'm going to start on Monday, which was last Monday, a week ago today. And I just started. So I'm creating this stuff on the fly, and frankly, yes. I mean, you guys know that things change, and I am an Up-Viral fan. So will that be the ultimate answer? Let me tell you a couple of things. And it depends upon. I mean, that's still a great question, Steve. It's a very good question. It depends upon what your needs are. I'll go back to showing you. We'll just dive in. Let's go back to Gleam, for example. Let me bring up Gleam before I switch over. Where is it? I got too many windows open. It's right over there. Gleam. So if I show, there's the old comment. So if you notice over here on the far right hand side, this section right here, Gleam has what they call competitions. Competitions being things like a gift card or a contest or a sweepstake. They also have things called rewards. The rewards is a separate function, and you have to pay for it separately, right? And rewards are things like key unlock, right? Unlock a game key, or download some rewards, or whatever. They've got lots of different ways of using this. Photo submissions, refer a friend rewards, build huge awareness and drive growth, exponential growth, by giving out coupons who sign up and refer friends. Now, that's great. Guess what? This is where the confirmation bias comes in, because I can do this kind of a campaign. Let me do preview, by the way. So when you do preview, it brings up in an example. So here I am previewing a referral campaign, right? What they call rewards campaign, to refer users to your email list. Guess what? I cannot do that with the same opt-in with competitions. So I cannot do this, as far as I can tell inside Gleam, unless somebody educates me. I cannot do this and give away a $50 Amazon gift card in the same competition. And same campaign. I shouldn't say competition. I can't do these kind of things where I offer an incentive. If you refer 3 friends, I'm going to give you this 50% off coupon. Can't do it inside of a competition. And inside a rewards program, I can't do somebody's going to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And I can tell you that Viper does that. Viper lets you do both simultaneously. Up-Viral lets you do that. Viral Loops, I'm still not totally sure, but I don't think it does. And I'm pretty sure that Perkzilla doesn't do that. So of the 5 tools, 2, maybe 3 of them won't let you do the combination function that I definitely want to do inside of my Thank You Page Magic. But again, if I learn what all these tools do and I totally understand how they work, then I can recommend the right tool to people when they want to do something. Right? So that's my goals. Multiple goals. Does that make sense? You guys with me on that? Does it make sense? So, I mean, I have I have a bias. So Steve says, got it. Mitch contest guy versus Mitch Up-Viral guy. So, all right. Is it closed? Is beam.gg closed? So Steve says, so number one, Mitch is not the up viral guy. Mitch has never called himself the up viral guy. I do the co-pilot show for Up Viral, but they don't own me, and I am platform independent by choice. Yes, I'm hired. Yes, I am being paid to do the co-pilot show, but that doesn't mean I'm exclusive. They have not offered me exclusive deal, and I will look at the other tools and I will present the other tools as I see fit. So Martin says yes, and I assume that means that the beam.gg. I looked at that yesterday, the beam.gg offer, and it looked to me, I mean, I went in and I poked around in their community. I thought about buying it just to have it in my pocket, and the more I looked, the more it looked just like something like circle.io, circle, whatever their dot is. And gamification is absolutely great. But from what I could tell, they were not doing the kind of things that I really want them to do. And it's purely based on a community thing, like Facebook or Circle or everything else. It's not based on... And it could be a good option, and I maybe should have bought it. I don't know. But when I was poking around inside their demo community, it looked just like anything else. And the problem with communities is onefold. This is Mitch's opinion, all right? This is an opinion here. The problem with communities is that they're not Facebook. I have seen people go over to Circle. I've seen people go over to Discord. I've seen people go over to beam.gg, whatever community, and they come back to Facebook because Facebook has one thing. Everybody frickin' uses it, and they have notifications. Even though their notifications suck. But the problem is, everybody's on Facebook. And I have seen people leave Facebook groups and go over to Circle, or what's the other one? Mighty Networks. And unless you have a massive community that has a lot of interaction, I've seen things go and off they flitter because nobody wants another app to go to. They all are on Facebook all the time, and that's where they go. I don't like Facebook. I'd rather not use Facebook. But it's the place where everybody is. Except my daughters both say, Facebook's dead, Dad. We don't use Facebook. They're both in their 20s. So anyway, that being said, there's pluses and minuses to all of them. And if you bought beam.gg, great. Good for you. I hope you get some use out of it. I just didn't see enough traction there to make it worth jumping into. It just didn't feel like that was going to be a winner for me. Steve says, marketers are on Facebook. It's my impression a lot of buyers in other countries choose other apps. And yes, that is true. I think that is very true. My brother, for example, who lives in the United Kingdom, they're all day, every day on WhatsApp. They're not on Facebook. I hardly ever see them on Facebook. There are gobs of other tools out there in the world. You are correct. And part of my problem, Steve, I'll tell you the honest truth. My market, my niche, the people that I need to attract are marketers. They're the people that are like you, that are marketers, And they are my niche. They're my target. So that's why I'm on Facebook so much. Great input. Great questions. Appreciate that. It's so much better when people communicate than not. I don't know, was it Friday? Friday I did a session and it was like crickets. But anyway, so that's where I stand. I don't think there was anything else that I wanted to cover today. It's pretty much the stuckish where I am. I gotta finish building the campaigns and then launch them. Steve says no judgment. We're trying in my family to be a no judgment zone. It's really hard because there is so much judging going on the planet. So I appreciate that, Steve. That's where I stand. I have some more work to clean up. So the other thing, in case you haven't seen it or you don't know, the people that the people that join the list are people that are going to be on my list, but I'm marking them as contest entrants. They're not interested in my business. They're probably not marketers, like Steve said, and they're probably not ever going to want to see any of my newsletter stuff. But I think it would be nice to have a list of people that have entered contests so that I could send contests. Like some of the people that are in my mastermind want traffic, right? They want people that have registered for contests. And we could get into this debate about whether or not they're decent, honest people looking to grow whatever they're doing. Anyway, but the other thing I'm going to do to grow my list so that I could potentially send contests to my list is that I'm going to post this on at least one, if not multiple, contest sites. The one that I have had really good results for is called Sweepstakes Advantage. And so what I'm going to do is use that as a traffic source. And then what I'm going to see how well that works. And we're going to go from there. So that's my current plan for traffic. I'm not going to run ads. I'm not going to spend a lot of money trying to generate this massive list. If this thing happens to work really well, we're going to see that. If it doesn't, we're going to see that too. For those that maybe you haven't seen, and maybe Steve, you didn't see it, let me just go why I picked this particular campaign. If I show you a long time ago, I grabbed this screen grab. And this screen grab was a campaign that was run by Freebie Depot. I did get on their list, and I still get their emails. They did a wacky thing where they were giving 100,000 points for each referral. They were giving 100,000 points for signing up for their daily news. And they had all of these different point schemes that were really high numbers. And so if you look at this number up here, that's 700. So this is hundreds, this is thousands. So it's 779 million total entries. If I read that number right, I always feel like I'm doing it wrong, but it's 779 million entries. Now, when I looked at that, if you assume that certain things, let's assume everybody gets 100,000 points, that turns into 7,000, 8,000 emails, depending upon what the average number of points is, if I did my math right. So this was a win, a $50 Amazon gift card. It's really simple. It's not hard to create in each of the different tools. And I'm going to create some of these actions down here in each tool, but they will be based sort of on my list and my business. So that's why I just picked that one. It's simple, it's easy. Theoretically, everybody wants an Amazon gift card. And the first time running this campaign, I didn't want it to. I primarily am learning, right? So I'm doing what I teach people to do, and that is to start small, learn the tools, make sure you understand the processes, and then start expanding. I could make this the biggest, fanciest contest on the planet. But I didn't want to. What I wanted to do was to get started with the other tools. And we'll see how it goes. $50 Amazon gift card, and I'm so Sweepstakes Advantage, by the way, is $10 to do this simple listing. If you want more clicks, you can pay $102 and get a guaranteed, I think it's 600 clicks. So I'm anticipating spending that $100 on traffic. But the first thing I'm going to do is spend the $10 to see how many people come in just with the $10. So anyway, that's my plan. I hope to implement it today. If I don't get everything worked out and tested, I'll be implementing it on Wednesday, because tomorrow is the UpViral Copilot show. Tomorrow is my mastermind all afternoon, so my Tuesdays are incredibly busy, so Wednesday would be the next opportunity. So I will be seeing you guys if you show up. If you want to show up on Wednesday morning, the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts before I wrap this up. Have you seen my Thank You Page Magic logo appear and disappear? It's here for 10 minutes and then it's gone for 2. Just trying to have some fun. And the scrolling ticker I built in ScreenFlow, and it's not appearing. Where oh, because I moved it. Why is it not appearing? Huh. I didn't delete it, did I? Was I in the other one? Anyway, anybody got any comments? There it is. I moved it into the wrong place. So if I switch screens now, it stays. There it is. All right, nobody's commenting. All right, so I either bored you to tears or you're doing other things. Thank you for being here. I will be back on Wednesday. If you would like to come to the Copilot show tomorrow morning, this same time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central, is the UpViral Copilot show. Interestingly enough, tomorrow, for those of you who are watching live or the replay today, we are going to be looking at the UpViral contest, which ran 2 weeks ago for 9 days. We're going to be diving into that live on the Copilot show. Steve, if that's Steve, see, all right, go away, scrolling ticker. See if I can move this up a little bit. We'll send you my page next Tuesday for you to have a look at. I am not doing, by the way, reviews every week on the Copilot show, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks before the next review. If you want to just post it in the F-Viral group, let me know and I will have a look at it there. But the review shows only happen once every 3, 4, or 5 weeks or something. So, thank you all for being here. Great session. You're welcome. Yeah, of course. Martin said no questions today, but always learning here with you, Mitch. Many thanks. Happy to share, Martin. I think that needs to be bigger. I'm always learning too. All right, we will catch you on, let's see, new comments. Oh, see, now it says Ian. Steve, Ian, which one? All right, we will catch you on tomorrow or on Wednesday on the Copilot show or here, wherever you found me today. All right, thanks, good luck, have a great day. See you